Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Reading Arabic with Muna. Today's lesson is about the Arabic letter Ṭa. Ṭa is the 16th letter of the Arabic alphabet. The letter Ṭa has a unique shape and it shares it only with another letter of the Arabic alphabet that we'll be learning about later. The loop here, or the enclosed part, looks just like the body of the Sad, but without the lower curve. Also, there's a vertical stroke or line that drops right into the closing point. The letter Ta is a fundamental Arabic letter and sound, yet it can be heard today in various languages across Asia and Africa, often due to the deep historical influence of the Arabic language. Now, if we want to break down the sound of Ta, simply it is a heavier, more powerful variation of the standard ta sound. The ta carries an echo and a powerful burst of sound. Now I want you to keep this thought in mind because we're going to need it very soon. Since English language lacks the letter ta, it is replaced by a standard t. So words of Arabic origin written in English that contain the letter Ta, they are replaced by the letter T in writing and pronunciation. So Arabic names like Tahir becomes Tahir, Talal, Talal, Taiba, Taiba. Now as you can see here, all the names are written with the letter T without any indicator like, for example, the letter H, like in the case of Kha or Dad, that shows that this is a different letter in the original language. Now, this can be something acceptable at the level of casual communication, but as you advance in learning Arabic, you will understand the huge difference when swapping between two sounds like ta and ta, because they will make all the difference in the meaning. Okay, now let's look at some examples of words that has the same number of letters with the same order, except that we swapped ta with ta. Teen, 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 teen. Teen means fig. Teen means mud. The second example, taba, qaba, taba, qaba. Taba means repented or returned to Allah, while taba means recovered, healed, or became well. The third example, we have the ta and the ta in the middle. First letter, last letter are the same with the same harakat. The difference is only between ta and ta here. Fatara, 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 fatara. Now, fatara means faded away. Like when you say his enthusiasm faded, or the excitement subsided, or the passion cooled down. While fatara has a totally different meaning. Fatara means created, and this word create, fatara in particular, is a divine word, and we find this word fatara in Quran a lot, and it means to create. Now, this is a special action attributed only to Allah. Swapping ta here results not only in a language error, but it also has a spiritual impact that it is not acceptable at some level. So you can now understand how swapping between two sounds for non-Arabic speakers, which they hear the same sound because they are not used to using this letter, could affect the meaning or understanding a word in Arabic. Now let's get ready to practice mastering pronouncing ta. It will be much easier than the previous lesson, which had a lot of drills compared to the letter ta, which is familiar and straightforward. Now, as you can see, we are hosting Mr. Tryhard, which means that we are going to work on moving from the plain sound ta to the heavier emphatic sound. So I think by now you are going to be familiar with the kind of exercises that we are going to practice. In this first exercise, I want you to listen and learn. Okay? I will be reading 3 words from top to bottom, and I want you to listen carefully to the way I pronounce the T or the ta sound. Also, I want you to sense the position of your tongue, because as we reach the bottom, the sound will become heavier, and I even want you to read it again with a more heavier emphatic sound, as if you are exaggerating. Remember that here we are hosting Mr. Tryhard, who always exaggerates the sounds. Okay, so let's get started. Tab, tall, tough. Tab, tall, tough. As you can see, we moved from the plain, easy, straightforward ta sound. And then here it is the sound a bit is medium, not as plain as tab and not heavy as the next one. And then with tough, you feel that you spend more time when your tip of the tongue hit your the back of your upper teeth. Correct? Read the words again and notice or compare what I said with what happens with your tongue when you pronounce the 3 words. Tab, tall, tough. Now, before I talk about the position of the tongue, let's try now to pronounce to read the 3 words with the sound. Because as I said, sound is only a heavier version of the ta. So let's be Mr. Tryhard and pronounce these 3 words in a heavy fashion. Qab, qab, طول, طول, off, off. Now, what happened when you swapped between tab and tab? Now, when you pronounce ta, the tip of your tongue hits the back of the upper teeth, right? But when you say tall, you feel that your tongue stretch a little bit, right? And when you pronounce tough, not only that you're not only the tip of your teeth stretched, but only it paused a little bit. Now in ta, what happens exactly is that not only the tip of your teeth, but as a more space of the teeth, a more space of the tongue stretches and not hit only the back of the upper teeth, but it also hits the gum line, that bumpy part right above your teeth. So just try to mimic what I'm saying and perform it in your mouth. Instead of the tip of the teeth the tip of the tongue hitting the upper teeth, like when you say ta, ta, ta. Now let it hit not only the tip of the teeth, but also part of your gum, the bumpy side above your teeth. So instead of tab, qab, qab. You get it? I hope this is useful and clear for you. And now let's move to the next exercise. Here is the familiar exercise that we end up our practicing. Now I'll read the the sentences with the standard pronunciation of the letter T, and then we'll be exaggerating. So as I read, I want you to read after me. Tell you tomorrow. I'm tired of talking. To be or not to be. Now, let's be Mr. Try Hard and exaggerate the T sound and swap it to Ṭah, Ṭah, the heaviest version of the T. Tell you tomorrow. I am tired of talking. To be or not to be. Again. Tell you tomorrow. I'm tired of talking. To be or not to be. Okay, now I know that the letter Ta compared to the previous letters could be the easiest one so far. In theory, it is clear how this letter can be pronounced, and the exercises are straightforward. You only shift from that plain sound to the heavier or the heaviest sound that we are aiming at, which is the letter Ta. Now, the only challenge you may face is that when you pronounce Ta, you feel that you're becoming slower. Your fluency is becoming slower as you read, correct? So this is your challenge. You can practice this sound even if you don't know Arabic words. Just read English words that contain the letter T and shift between the T, between the two sounds, Ta and Ta. By practice, you will feel that you can move from one sound, that is the Ta, to the next sound in the word. This is the only challenge you'll be facing, so be patient and practice. The neutral sound of Ta with sukun, Ta, Ta, Ta. You feel it's like a burst. It's a powerful, it's a neutral sound, but you feel that it's something exploding. Ta, Ta. When we apply harakat, fatha, Ta, dhamma, Tu, and kasra, Ti. And now let's listen to some examples containing the letter Ta, so we learn how this sound blends with other sounds in a word.
اذكري لي يا صديقتي كلمات تبدأ بحرف الطاء.
طاووس، طائرة، طماطم، طبلة.
Now let's get into action and learn how we will be connecting the shape of the letter Ta with its sound. This is going to be a dramatic story, so pay attention. Now this is a handgun. Flip it upside down. And here we have an upside down handgun that somehow looks like the letter Ta. Now I know that it is not the same exact shape, but it's somehow has the shape of the letter Ta. Just in a minute, I will make all the connections that will make all the confusion fade away. Now, what did we just hear? We heard a gunshot. Gunshot. Now, a gunshot in Arabic is called Ṭalqa. Ṭalqa. And the word Ṭalqa starts with the letter Ta. Another thing, sorry, in English, when we want to describe the sound of a gunshot, especially in comics, we use words that describe the sounds, right? So in English, we say bang. In English, we say bang. But in Arabic, we don't write bang, we say Ṭakh. I'm repeating here the word only for the repetition or the sound, for the dramatic sound. Ṭakh. We say Ṭakh, or we write Ṭakh. And Ṭakh as a word starts with the letter Ta. So in English, we describe the sound of a gunshot, bang. But in Arabic, we say Ṭakh. And this is called onomatopoeia. It is when the sound means when the word means the sound it produces. So let's get all the dots connected so that we don't forget the letter Ta. First, we had the upside gun that somehow looks like the letter Ta. And then we have the gunshot. The gunshot is called Ṭalqa. And Ṭalqa starts with the letter Qa. And finally, we have the word describing the action in Arabic, Ṭakh. Ṭakh. Also, Ṭakh starts with the letter Ta. A handgun that looks like the letter Ta. When we shoot, we have a gunshot called Ṭalqa, the letter Ta. And when we describe or write about the sound, it is Ṭakh. And as I said before, that pronouncing the letter Ta compared to the basic Ta has a powerful burst. So we can connect the burst with the gunshot, with Ṭalqa, and the sound itself. I hope this is useful. I know this is an unusual example to match the sound to the letter, but this is the best example that I made up, and I hope you will never forget the story of the letter Ta. That was all for the dramatic Ta. I hope you enjoyed the action the letter brought. Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.